Hi, my name is Ryan Fowler, and this is my presentation for the math project on calculus and how it relates to computer science. So what is computer science? Well, computer science is the study of computation, information, and automation. The central focus of computer science is to create algorithms and data structures to manipulate, store, and communicate information digitally. Jobs is computer science would be like programmers, developers, database administrators, software engineers, web developers. Um, Mainly though, how it relates to calculus would be programmers, especially like software programmers if they're designing simulations, and but we'll get to that. So how does calculus relate to computer science? Well, calculus is the studies the rate of change occurring, uh, and there are two types of calculus. There's integral calculus and differential calculus, and together you're able to calculate the rate of change. So with differential equations, we're able to calculate how something changes and the speed of that change, and this can be used especially well in computers to predict future outputs. So let's say you're a software developer and you are, building a calculator. You're gonna have to program in the calculus equations into the. I mean, that's sort of cheating with as an example, but like let's say, for instance, you're an engineer of some sort, or a software engineer, and you're developing software to be able to calculate the trajectory of a rocket. Um, you're going to be using calculus. You're going to be embedding that into the software so that people can just, use it like that, like Snap, just like plug in variables, get the answer. So how calculus is applied in computer science? Calculus is utilized uh, in many computer science fields such as simulation design, problem-solving programs, design and analysis of algorithms, and graphing and visuals. Um, a lot of this goes back to what I was just talking about implementing calculus into with software engineering and software design to make programs that calculate speed or the rate of change or where a variable is. An example, like I said earlier, it's sort of cheating, but a calculator is an example of calculus in the computer science field because it is a tool that is created by software developers uh, that allows us, a layman, to you know do calculus calculations. So here is a Texas Instrument TI-84 calculator, and it's programmed to solve algebraic equations, trigonomic equations, calculus equations, and geometry equations. And obviously, you can just use it for basic math and graphing. But essentially, though, software engineers in the computer science field took the took calculus equations and have designed them and embedded them and programmed them into the calculator. So now we can use calculator. It's sort of cheating because it's a calculator, but the idea is that here is a perfect example of calculus in the computer science field because you're actively using, you know, the, the equations and essentially putting the the rules of it. I guess I'm trying to think of the best word for it into the memory, into the system memory as like a data set, as a way to solve the equation. And so, for an example of how you can sort of program a calculus problem, I took just a homework example, something I could do real quick, from our vectors unit 11-2. All right, and so I made just a quick uh, program in MATLAB to answer the equation. And so I have my data sets U, V, W, and Z, and I want to solve this equation and get the vector um, by using U minus V plus 2W. And so each one of these segments of code take an array value, or a value from the array. So u row 1, column 1, so that would be 9. And then I plug it into the equation, which would be u, minus v 1, 1, which is 2. So 9 minus 2 plus would be 2 times w 1, 1, so 4, so 8 plus, and so it'd be 9 minus v plus 8. Yes, and that should give us 15, just in my head. And so, and then after it does all these calculations, it displays the total value of z, because it stores the total value of the equation into an array, and then it stores it in the location of the array. So this one's z11, so it'd be right here. Z12, so that's row 1, column 2. And so I have it as 0, and so whatever the equation is, it just stores it in the z array for the vector, and then it displays at the end, and then I just as an extra step, I plotted it just so I could see the location of the vector. And so if I run it, I find that I get 15, 6, 2 as the answers, and then here's the location on the graph. It's a little rough because it's lagging, but and while this isn't the exact answer for the problem, the exact answer is 15i plus 6j plus 2k. It's still, this would give me the numbers to plug into that, and so I didn't program the ijk in, but that just as an idea of what how calculus can be implemented and how it's used in software engineering. This is just a very basic example, just taking a homework problem and solving it through MATLAB. And here's my works cited. Thank you so much for watching.